Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, and in case you're new here, my name's Mary, and here on YouTube I like to share many of the projects we have going on around here with you all. You probably saw by the thumbnail that today's video is just a bit different from the usual. John is gone this week. He's on a hunting trip, and I decided I'm gonna clean our workshop. I gotta say, I'm gonna have to kind of humble myself to show you guys up close and personal what this space actually looks like. Brace yourselves, it's pretty bad. This is just a buildup of years of just being too busy and just kind of having all these projects going and not always putting stuff away like we should or cleaning things up like we should. It's not just John, it's myself too. Like if I work out there, I know I don't always clean things up. I'm often in a hurry and again just busy and just waiting for the next thing and not taking the time to organize and clean as I go. And since he's gone this week, I'm gonna surprise him and clean things up. And I gotta say, I'm more of the pack rat when it comes to collecting wood, like old wood or just various pieces of wood that I think still have potential left in them. And it's just, we have a big buildup out there, and honestly, we're probably never going to use it all, so I'm going to sort through that. So the first evening I started this project, I worked out here for about an hour, just sorting through this wood pile, thinking of, what pieces I could be rid of and what I could still use. Putting the pieces I want to be rid of in the wheelbarrow, and then starting a new pile of pieces that I want to keep. I'll admit this is kind of hard for me because I know some of these pieces, most of them actually, would probably still be of use, but sometimes you have to clean out. I know a good rule to go by is if you don't use something in a year, be rid of it. So I guess I'll try to think that way. In fact, even as I'm working here, I have arranged for someone to bring a load of fence boards, and the boards still look really nice, probably nicer than most of these pieces, so I guess we can always make room for something like that. I am making a burn pile for this wood. I, again, don't like to burn wood. This is kind of hard for me, but this is what I'll do with it. I am really thankful for these shelves that John built a couple years ago back here, but I do have new plans for them. Instead of having all these random things on here that we don't even use, I want to try to be rid of those. I might end up moving all these crocks. All the boxes you see over here are filled with our crock line, and I might move those, onto the shelves. That way we'd have more of a, wide open space in here. And I'm also eyeballing these racks here. I think these were originally ladder racks that my dad had put up. And I'm thinking, could I put some of these really long pieces of wood on there just to store them, get them up, off the floor. I'm going to see how that works out. This first plank that I'm putting up here is actually a piece from my great-grandparents' house. And I always feel really honored to have gotten it. And I know it's just simply because the people that, owned the house, I barely even, knew them. They were distant relatives of mine. They happened to know that I like to work with wood. And when they tore that house down, they kind of redid it or even rebuilt, just put another house in its place. They remembered me and made sure that I get a plank like this, just beautiful old wood. In fact, I had gotten a couple of them, and the one I'm using in our house, it's our mantle, like the shelf part of our mantle. But I do have a plan to someday, do something with this piece of wood and keep it, this color and everything, just as a, remembrance of my great-grandparents' house, I guess. I already had a mind change about this plank. I feel like it's too big and bulky to be up here on the wall, so I'm going to clear a space on the floor for it after all. And it is really heavy. I could barely get it up, as you could see. I'm going to get MB to help me move it back down. We have these long pieces of trim left over from our cottages, and I think this would be a good place to store those. So moving to the front part of the shop where the windows are at, my plan is to clear this whole space in here, just have it, wide open. And as you can see, there's some wood here too, so that'll be moved back to that back corner. Now it's time to clean up and organize these shelves, and MB, my niece, ended up helping me. In fact, she helped with the rest of the shop, like cleanup and organization. She's really good with that. Definitely blessed to have her. But she helped me move all of these heavy crock boxes and just, nicely organizing everything. It's always amazing to me what all I find when I start organizing spaces that haven't been organized in years. Of course, you find things that you forgot you had. And stay tuned till the end of the video, because I do plan to do something with some of these items and have them available on the website. We've also had these shipping boxes laying on the floor, taking up a lot of space, and we're going to try to fold them and stick them underneath the shelf. I wonder if you guys recognize this piece. This is our old island, and I'm going to put it to use, put it up against the wall where those crocks were at, and possibly put our small laser engraver on it. We ended up getting a few things off of Amazon for our shop organization, and I'll try to include the links down below in the description box in case you're looking for something like this. We got a few of those magnetic strips to hang tools on, and then also a couple of those drawer compartments. We really need that to sort our, screws and drill bits, just small things. It'll definitely help with keeping things organized. I, of course, didn't get a video of everything that I did in here, but I did end up removing that sagging shelf that's on the bottom of the workbench section, and I moved the whole workbench over more towards the shelves, like towards that wall. My goal was to move some of these equipment pieces that really create a dust when you use them, kind of move those over towards the other end of the shop, like where the garage door is at, and kind of have them all together. That way John can use his dusting system that is on wheels, kind of use that with, you know, all of the equipment. And of course, everything's going to be dusty in here. It's just the way it is with a workshop. But I think it'll help to have it kind of away from, you know, the shelves and where all of our other products are at. We definitely need to organize our wooden cutouts, so we decided to go with these plastic bins off of Amazon, and these came in packs of 4, and these are perfect to hold our smaller cutouts, and then our medium and larger cutouts will have to figure something else out, and decided to go with that cabinet that was in our living room. You might recognize it from a previous video, but I'm okay with using it out here. Like it didn't serve that much purpose in our living room, honestly. Plus I have another idea for that corner of the living room, and it would have had to go anyway. So this will fit perfectly against the wall here, and we'll add some more cutouts in here, and then MB will also use a tote to put the rest of them in. But it's just a good feeling to have them, you know, nicely organized. It'll be easier to see, you know, what we're almost out of and what we're going to have to make next. There is one thing we have to place in front of the windows here because there's simply not really room elsewhere, and that is the staining station, and basically just a table where John does a lot of staining at. And then we'll also have to set up a table to the side where he can place his items that he's staining, you know, on to be dried. But hopefully he'll like this here, you know, as far as having, you know, bright windows to look out of, because staining can be kind of a tedious job. I'm also doing a bit of organizing here where our XTOOL P2 laser engraver is at. And I know I haven't talked about our laser engravers recently, but we still use this P2 for some of our projects. I, of course, have the S1. I talk about that a lot. It's in our basement. But if you're looking to invest in a laser engraver, make sure to check out what XTOOL has. I've been so impressed with this company. I would highly recommend them. Instead of jumping in and just showing you the after footage right away, I'm going to show you the before first, just so you can compare what a difference this has made. Why did we not do this before? I guess it's one of those things where if you finally get around to doing it, you start to question yourself, you know, why I didn't do this before. And we just are going to try to keep this shop organized. As I'm seeing this, I can't wait to do some shooting and filming up here. It'll be so much easier with this nice cleaned up space. I didn't really get to film John's reaction when he saw this, plus I sometimes like to keep things like that private, but let's just say he was overjoyed as an understatement. He couldn't believe it. Like, it totally looked like a new building or room to him. He was really happy about it. You know, first I thought, you know, I got rid of so many things. What if some of the things he would have still wanted? But so far he hasn't blinked an eye about things I got rid of. And we both agreed it's sometimes better if just one of us, you know, goes through and sorts and organizes versus both trying to work together and then not agreeing on what to keep and what to throw out. So I think it, yeah, all kind of worked out, us just doing this and then surprising him with it. So much fun. So like I mentioned before, as I was organizing out here, I found some items that I had kind of forgotten about, or I just saw some things that kind of sparked a new idea. And one of them was these pieces of wood. I knew I still had a few pieces left over, but I wasn't aware of the amount that I had left over at the bottom of the pile of wood. And these are beautiful barnwood pieces. They actually come from an old barn, and they are that perfect size for little home decoration items. I've used them a lot over the years. These same pieces I used last year to make little Christmas trees with. You guys might remember, just the simple little triangle trees. But anyway, I got to thinking how pretty these would look to turn them into little tea light holders. So I started to cut them up and drilled some holes in them. These will be available only on the website. So if you're interested in one of these beautiful barnwood pieces, make sure to check them out. They're definitely not perfect, like they're going to have flaws in them, as any old wood like this will have, which that just adds to the character, I think. We have two different color options. Some are just the plain brown ones, and then some are kind of whitewashed. We will have two sizes available. Just beautiful pieces. And the second thing I found that I had forgotten about were these curtains that were stored in a tote. And I had just gotten these from someone that didn't want them anymore. And I hung on to them because I love the embroidered design on them. Decided to turn them into table runners. So these are also available on the website only. And I don't have a lot of them, but I'm going to go ahead and sell them on there. I think they turned out so pretty. The fabric is that perfect tan color. I love the feel of it. It's nice and soft, and these runners won't be lined or anything. I think they would be fitting for all seasons, and I'll put the measurement of them on the screen for you. I'm not sure at this point what they measure, but just a nice size to have displayed on your table. So the other thing I want to mention is all of the crocks that we still have out there on the shelf. I like to use these crocks for, planters, or we just use them for, organization purposes. They come in really handy. We have a few different sizes, and then we also have an adorable cat dish. We're sold out of the dog dishes, although a small dog could eat out of this dish too. And then we have the milk jug and the pitcher. I think they look really cute to use them for, bouquets, but you could also use them for food purposes as well. These are food safe, and right now we're running a sale on them. They are 45% off, and it's not going to last forever, this sale, but I just want to be rid of some of them to make space in the shop, like on the shelves for other things. And these are available only on the Etsy shop. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and are maybe inspired to clean out and organize some of your spaces. It's such a good feeling. Even as I was editing this video, I just had mood to go and just organize and clean up some other areas on our property. Trust me, we have a lot of them that could use it. And sometimes we just need to be motivated. So hopefully this was a help to you. And make sure to head on over to the website and check out these products if you're all wanting something new, or old, I guess I should say, for your home. I hope you're enjoying the day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.